Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. I was literally about to say Saturday. I wish it was Saturday, right? I feel like we need an extra day between Saturday and Sunday for the weekend. Anyways, guys, happy Sunday. Most of y'all know who I am, I believe, but if you don't, my name is Alisha Nicole Jackson. I post fitness videos because most days I like to work out a good about 89%, right, is what I'm passionate about. If you see my reel, I definitely have those days where, I'd rather be in the bed, but it just shows you I'm a human. Anyways, guys, I make health and wellness content, fitness content, things to help you on your journey. If you just need to, watch me to motivate you, if you want to listen to this like a podcast, baby, whatever floats your boat, I'm just glad you are here. So I drop these every Sunday. And I have to get back to my other content. I know I do hair content as well, y'all. I just been busy. Look at that hair. It's in a bun, okay? Slick back bun indicates busy. Anyways, let's get into this workout, y'all. I'll start out with stretching, okay? Make sure that you stretch. I'm just now seeing that pole. I think that's the pole that you could do the pull-ups on. But okay. We like to stretch over here for 7 minutes, guys. 7 minutes before and after. 20 seconds minimum on each stretch. I have actually been taking a really, really bomb fitness class that I'm actually co-coaching right now, shadowing, seeing if I like the position, and it's been helping a lot with my mobility. So, if you are in the Chicago area, I might tell you about the class. It's awesome, guys. I've lost 3 pounds of fat so far. My waist is slimming down, honey. And maybe one day I'll show you guys those teachings as well. For these videos, this is more of like a lower body day, so what I do to grow my legs and glutes. But I also have a gain guide, link in the bio. Shout out to somebody who just bought my gain guide last night, guys. But basically in that guide, it gives you how you need to eat to gain, right? And different exercises to help you, because when you are trying to gain muscle, right, you want to focus on muscle hypertrophy, which is doing more reps, in a little amount of time, and eventually lifting heavier. So that's what I'll be doing today. My trainer did not come to play, honey. Everything was, I think, 3 or 4 sets of 15. For this video, I did for this whole video, right, you'll see 3 sets of 15. That's only because I did the 4th one, okay, off camera, right? Because I record for here and Instagram. So for Instagram, I like to have, I think it's a different type of view, so I have to turn my phone, right? But for the sake of this video, right, do 3 to 4 sets of 15, whichever you're more comfortable with. For me, it was heavy lifting day, guys, so that means we lift heavy, okay? Something that you're comfortable with, right? I'm not forcing you to do anything that you don't want to do. However, if you want to grow your muscles, you have to lift heavy, and you gotta eat too, okay? We're almost done with this. I'm probably going to get some type of materials. That's why I walked off camera. But today's workout was short and sweet. It was simple. It was awesome. I was a little surprised he took it so easy. Because, with him, it just depends on the day. All right, y'all. We're going to get right into it, baby. So the first workout. Dun, 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 dun. It's sumo squats. That's a 15-pound dumbbell in my hand, okay? I know you're like, it's heavy lifting day. Why are you lifting 15 pounds? That's not heavy. According to who? But you're right. Eventually, I'll go heavier. My trainer told me to start out light, and he said when I come up, squeeze my bum, okay? He didn't say it like that, right? But he told me to basically squeeze at the top. And then remember, when you're doing your squats, guys, you don't want to lock your knees, okay? You want to sit back, right? Like you're about to, like you're, sitting down, like you're about to, I guess, sit in a chair. But the only thing is you're keeping your spine more neutral, right? And yeah, you want to squat down as far as possible, right? The lower, the better. And I love squats. This is a staple in my workouts. I know you'll see like a lot of people do different things, which is awesome. What works for you works for you, do what you do, you know? But for me personally, squats are awesome. I feel like simple movements are always the best, especially if you do them for a long period of time. You know, there's a reason why people have been talking about squats as long as I can remember. In order to grow your lower body, you need a squat motion, you need a hinge motion, and like a single leg motion. And some would say hip thrusts, even though I haven't did a lot of hip thrusts, honey. But hip thrusts don't hurt, right? In my guide, I have a squat, a hinge, and a single leg. So, um, you know, just what I did. If you watch my beginning videos on YouTube, I was a lot smaller than this. But to be honest, y'all, this is the perfect weight. I was 137. I think I'm 134 now. Like I said, I lost 3-4 pounds of fat. And I feel like it's going really good. I think this next stage I'm in is just maintaining my body and loving it how it is, because you can always change or improve something. I think the real challenge is just loving wherever you are and feeling like it is enough. So I hope that when you guys watch this, you know, you're here to improve, but know that you are enough as you are, okay? And social media is fake, okay? But I'm real. Okay, so next, more squats. Yes. But instead of sumo squats, these are goblet squats. As you can see, my feet are close together, honey. Try to grab a dumbbell, because from what you can see, I don't know if you saw it, the kettlebell is like clank. It's hitting the ground pretty hard. And when you have a dumbbell, you're just able to go further down because it's not taking up so much space. However, the kettlebell was right next to me. The way Planet Fitness is set up, yours is probably set up the same way. Every part has like that little nook with the kettlebells, the cable machine, the step up plate, and then the ropes for your arms. So I'm in that area, if that makes sense. And that's where all the kettlebells were. As you see, I grabbed dumbbells, but after I walked across, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave them here and use the kettlebell, right? So for this same thing, you could do 3 or 4 sets of 10. I'm not sure if I said 15 or 10 at the beginning, but 3 sets of or 4 sets of 10, right? You just want to make sure you're getting those reps in. Whether you do 10 or 15, right? You need to do more reps for that muscle hypertrophy. The difference in weightlifting and like actually trying to gain and build muscle is you know, doing as many reps as you can for that little period of time, right? Everybody should weight train. So that's like, you know, using simple weights in your routine, right? They don't have to be super heavy. But if you're trying to grow something, you have to like basically essentially break and repair that muscle, because you're building it back up. So that's why you lift heavier when you are trying to bulk and gain muscle versus when you're just weight training. But either way, you guys should definitely want to have a strong lower body, so you could do simple things as you get older, like walk up and down the stairs, you know, get up and off the toilet by yourself. This is really what matters, and mobility. So make sure you're stretching. In this video, I believe they're coming up next. Oh, I'm so pretty. Okay. I believe they're coming up next. In this video with my leg press, my mobility was actually better because of the classes that I'm taking and our co-coach. They focus on mobility as well. So I feel like my mobility was better with this. I was able to go a little deeper. And, you know, just making sure my form was good. I'm able to go faster, right? My knees are kind of like cranking this leg press out. So that definitely helps a lot. Yeah, y'all. I did great with these. I have to say so myself. For the leg press, you're going to place your feet in and outward. As I mentioned before, the placement on the leg press does matter at what areas that you target. Today was in and out, so the same thing. 3 sets of 10 or 4 sets of 10, whatever you're more comfortable with. But the difference is with the leg press, you're gonna repeat it twice, right? So first set of 10 is gonna be with my feet placed inward. Second set is gonna be with my feet placed outward. You're gonna repeat that 3 times. So you're doing a lot of them. You're really doing 20 for each set if you think about it. But again, that muscle hypertrophy to build. Now, if you're like, girl, I'm just here to make sure my lower body is strong. I'm not necessarily trying to grow big glutes and legs. I just want healthy big glutes and legs. You can still follow these workouts. I would just suggest a comfortable weight, right? Maybe a little challenge here and there, a comfortable weight. And you could drop the reps, right? So maybe instead of those 3 to 4 sets of 10, maybe you do 3 sets of 8 of these same exercises. They work good, which is why I've been doing them for a while now, right? These past 2 years is the most growth I've ever made. This is the best I've ever looked. So I'm very, very thankful to be able to share it with you guys. Okie dokie. We're almost done with these. I lifted pretty heavy. Minus the ledge. I might have to do my calculations. I think I did like maybe 230 minus the ledge. I finished off on the leg press. Right now, I'm just thinking, debating life. Like, dang, I really chose to do this. Some days, honey, that's what being in the gym is like. It's so interesting. Now I'm really, really busy. I left the job I was telling you guys about. Thank God. Woo! I'm happier already, honey. I feel like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. And since I've been co-coaching fitness classes, I've enjoyed it. I've loved it, guys. I have so much energy. I enjoy pouring into other people and, encouraging and inspiring them to push through the workout, and being a light. However, y'all, I be tired. So by the time I got to this workout, I was exhausted. I'm like, I need to go spend some time with myself in isolation away from people. And sometimes you got to do that, especially if you have a job where you are consistently around people, pouring into people, leading. You kind of have to have moments of silence by yourself where you're like, okay, like, I need a breather. I need to go in the car and just cut off my phone, and vibe with myself. And that's one thing I'm grateful for. My 20s has taught me a lot. One, my 20s has taught me to choose my hard, right? Some things we don't need to be doing. Some things is unnecessary stress, right? The old job I was at, that was unnecessarily hard. This one, it requires more of me as far as my discipline, as far as waking up at like 3 a.m., but it's fun. So my 20s definitely taught me to choose my heart. That's one of the main things it taught me. Where am I going with this, y'all? Wait, I lost my train of thought just yapping away. It taught me to choose my heart, but y'all, my thoughts just went brrr. But it also just taught me to prioritize myself, right? Ever since I've been trusting myself, I've been going after my dreams, saying no, having boundaries, walking away from things that don't serve me. I've been taking off. So, y'all can definitely do the same. Just prioritize yourself. If you need a break, a breather, cut off your phone. My phone is on D&D. That's why I don't take it personal when people don't answer. I get it. I don't want to, and I'm not. Okay? I'll call you back when I have the energy. Prioritize yourself. Like, literally, what am I going to do today? By the time I post this video, I've already done it, but I have stuff to do today, and then I'm going to take some Alisha time before I go to bed because I'm so busy. So if you're busy, you just got to make some time to do the things that you like to do. And I work out on lower body twice, right? So this workout was my second one for the week, I believe. Okay, guys. I was supposed to be doing good mornings, and those are 3 sets of 10 or 15, by the way. I think I was about to lift my heaviest set, but that's okay. We'll jump into these. I did it off camera, believe me. Okay. So, for this, I was supposed to be doing good mornings, guys, but somewhere I think they turned into Smith machine squats. I promise you. Or maybe it's just because I have my jacket on. I'm confused. Whatever. For these ones, you do good mornings. Good mornings are one of my favorites. Basically, you take the bar, and instead of squatting down in the normal position, you lean forward and keep a neutral spine. However, if you guys are like, girl, what? I just rather do a Smith machine squat because you're on the Smith machine. You can do those too. So whichever are most comfortable for you, good mornings or Smith machine squats, because I feel like my good mornings turn into those. I know my trainers watch like, girl, that's not what I said. But I think by this time, y'all was tired and confused. Do 3 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 10 or 4 sets of 10 of good mornings or squats, whichever you're most comfortable with. And make sure when you get to the squat, the top, you squeeze your bum, okay? And don't lock those knees, okay? Smith machine squats are my favorite, and eventually I'm gonna start lifting heavier on Smith machine squats. I got to a point I was lifting like almost, was it 300? I feel like that's a stretch. Maybe more like, no, I feel like I was like at 250, 280. I was squatting super duper heavy. But for these ones, right, you do what's most comfortable for you, okay? So if that is not comfortable, guys, then don't do that, right? However, challenge yourself when you're able to add on a bit more weights, okay? Okay. And one of my homies commented on the video. I guess they saw the pad and they told me, take off the pad, it'll help more. I'm like, I have on the pad so for the exact reason. Because the pad is just more comfortable for me, especially with that bar on my body since I am lifting heavy. Everybody's different though. Some people don't do it with the pad. I use it for comfort and it just helps. So that is why that pad is on there. If you see it, it's on the bar. That's what I use it for specifically because it helps, to be honest with you. Today was so quick in the gym too, guys. I didn't even do my cardio after the workout. But I worked out 6 days a week this week. In 3 of those days I worked out twice. I did 3 2-a-day. So I said, you know what? It's okay if I miss a little cardio today, okay? But if y'all didn't work out 6 days a week, I would suggest you do that cardio at the end. And what I mean when I say that is I do 15 minutes of cardio at the end of my workouts on an incline. The incline helps with that lower body, keeping those gains. And then the cardio is so you can keep things tight and right. So and also furthermore, it's for stamina and heart health. So please, y'all, don't forget to do your cardio, okay? That heart needs to be healthy. You don't want to go up and down the stairs huffing and puffing, okay? You want to be able to walk around the block a couple times without losing your breath. That is why cardio is important. That was my homie over there. He was like, are you shooting a podcast? I'm like, maybe. Okay, so RDL time. As you can see, I'm ecstatic. Look at me. Yes. Okay, I'm being sarcastic. Anyways, I did not like the way these felt. This is different than how I normally do them, right? Typically, y'all see my heels on the plate, stiff leg RDLs, legs against the bar. This is more like deadlifting to me, it looks like. And I just hated how it felt. I feel like maybe I was just rushing, wasn't doing the form right. So in the video, I'm actually going to switch them up to B stance RDLs. And by the end of the like video, I actually did the form correctly and was able to feel them. But this whole time, I'm like, girl, what the hell? You know? I probably needed to just position my body different and lower the weight. So eventually what you'll see me do is I'll change up my stance. I think it's in here to be stance RDLs. I did them like that a week ago. And honey, when I tell you I felt them, I felt them. I think I'm going to do those moving forward instead of using the Smith machine. I just grabbed the barbell. I placed one foot against the wall. The other one straight, slightly bent, and the other foot against the wall was bent. Obviously, it was bent against the wall. I can't be straight against the wall if my foot is touching it. And then I placed it down a little bit, and then I grabbed the bar, and I hinged my hips all the way back, came up, I'm sorry. And then, yeah, those were my B stance RDLs. So those are making the biggest difference for me. Which eventually is why I switched it up. You might see that in this video I switched it up because I'm like, honey, this is not working. I need to do something different. I want to be able to feel it. Like, I get my trainer told me to do them like this, but it doesn't work for me. And I think that you should do what works for you. And that's one thing that my trainer is really good at. Like, he'll ask, well, I'll tell him. See, this is the B stance. And I'm like, oh, okay, now we cooking, baby. Because whatever that was, I wasn't feeling it. But I'll let him know, like, hey, I like to do it this way better. I love this, but I like to do it this way better. And he's like, okay, do it like that. And then we continue doing it like that. I think it's important you find out what's comfortable for you. There are many variations of the workouts that I'm doing, right? On the leg press, you could position your feet many ways. You could do your own type of good morning. You could do this literally so many types of squats, right? So many forms of Romanian deadlifts. So you have to find what works for you. And if you have somebody training you, you have to be comfortable speaking up. I am not certified yet, honey, but I'm back studying. Woo! Let's clap it up for me, okay? Chapter 9, here I come. And I have coached people just off of Instagram. Follow my Instagram and TikTok, by the way. But just often follow me on Instagram. And I will say one thing I feel like I'm good at is just making sure that they're comfortable with the workouts, right? Where do you feel this at? Does this hurt? Are you in pain? Are you understanding the form? Making sure they're very, very, very comfortable, because some people just aren't used to speaking up. So I think that's another sign of a great trainer, somebody that you can have open communication with, because you don't want to be intimidated by your trainer. I know it's a popular thing now, especially on TikTok. Everybody trains different. Where like some of the trainers are being mean to people. If that's if that's how you want to deliver it, that's you. But personally, I would never talk to somebody like that, even if they were like, you gotta be mean or harsh, you know. I think that you could lead people and be very, very soft and sweet still. And I think me co-coaching these classes, these fitness classes that I've been doing, has taught me that. I look great, y'all. I've been really working. I'm sorry. I just started looking at myself like, Jesus. But I think that's one thing that these classes have taught me. I probably went off camera to grab something, but I think that's one thing co-coaching these classes has taught me, is that you could be very still soft and sweet and, you know, girly and feminine, whatever you want to call it, and still lead a class and kill it and be energetic. You could be multiple different things. So yeah, y'all. I'm just yapping now. I'm like, how did we even get into this? I'm just yapping now, honey. And this fit is so cute, y'all. Everything I have on is from Amazon. If y'all want me to link the outfits, let me know. I will give you and send you the link or put them in the bio. I am also active on TikTok, so where I work now, my fitness says have to be more demure. So I am definitely gonna be buying stuff off TikTok. So if you wanna go over to my TikTok and follow it, the sets that I have on are gonna be linked in the TikTok shop. So when you buy them, click the link on my videos. That way I earn commission for it. And then, you know, you also got to see, you know, it's comfortable wear in the gym. But I'm gonna be doing that soon, buying stuff from TikTok shop, outfits, and then posting it over there so you guys can buy them. Because one thing for me is looking cute helps me get up and go to the gym even more. Everybody's different, right? I think I'm approaching my big t-shirt phase soon. So we'll see. The big t-shirt phase is it seemed like it's coming, so we'll see. But I love my two-piece sets. Let me know if you want to know where I get them from, or comment, what do y'all wear to the gym, men and women? What are y'all wearing? You know, men, are you wearing the shorts? You know, women, are you wearing the oversized tees? Sometimes I know people like to dress like Adam Sandler. I dress like him too, but not at the gym, just in a regular everyday life. So what do y'all like to wear to the gym, and what shoes too? Okay, y'all, then was my RDLs that I changed, right? They were B stance. 3 sets of 10 or 4 sets of 10. Whatever is most comfortable. Do the variation that works best for you, okay? Remember, those were RDLs. That's a good hinge motion to grow your glutes. All right, y'all. I keep looking back because I'm trying to figure out if this was a good angle. So for these are called showgirls. What showgirls are, they're essentially high knees and squats combined together. So as you can see, my knees are going very, very high. That's why I turned around to show you. Left knee, right knee, squat. 1. Left knee, right knee, squat. 1. Doesn't matter if you're left knee, left knee, as long as you do those high knees and your knees come up to your belly button, essentially. So basically, a showgirl is that, right? I did 3 to 4 sets of 10 here. Anything you don't see was done off camera. I pinky promise, okay? Showgirls are awesome. This is a combination movement that my trainer made up. I love his combos. Some of them are harder than others. He has something called Superwoman's or Superman's, whatever you want to call them. But essentially, what that is, it's like a side step, come in, squat, side step, other side, come in, squat, honey. And those are none to play with. So I love when my trainer gives me like combined movements. He's awesome. Since I've been with him, right, I went from 115, now I'm 134, and I think this is the weight I'm gonna stay. But he's made a huge difference, guys. So this is my last workout, 3 to 4 sets of 10 on each of these today. Use which variation works best for you guys. I hope you have an amazing week. Stay blessed, stay focused, guys. You got this, and I'll see you on my next video next week. Bye. Have a good one.